It's the book of Matthew 24 verse 7. It reads, "For nation shall rise against nation, and a kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Mashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Kalash Wakadash on the tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Ma'akwaf, and say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of Matthew 24 verse 7 as of Monday, Monday, June the 2nd, 2025. And the title of the lesson is going to be Matthew 24 verse 7. Hopefully this be edifying. Matthew 24 verse 7 reads, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." And these are the very important signs that the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahushua, spoke about as he spoke to the disciples at the Mount of Olives about, increasing wars and rumors of wars, increasing, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So we're definitely going to be seeing the increasing of nation shall rise against nation, what goes into ethnos. So you're going to have a nation within itself being divided. You're going to have a nation within itself rise up against a nation within itself. And then you're going to have a nation outside of another nation rise against another nation. So you're going to be seeing signs of that. And you're going to have modern day kingdoms being divided, like it says in St. Mark, the 3rd chapter. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. So you're going to have a kingdom within itself being divided, and outside of another kingdom rising outside of another kingdom. So we're going to be seeing signs of that, especially with these nuclear wars are increasing. And we're seeing what's taking place. We're seeing what's taking place down there in the South China Sea, China versus Taiwan. That's been heating up. As we've been seeing Taiwan building up their nuclear capability. They've been firing off their missiles for the past couple of weeks as they getting prepared for war with China invading Taiwan. Seeing signs of that as China been building up their military presence over there in the Taiwan Strait, down in the South China Sea as they getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan. And the United States going to have to get involved in that as well too, because you have the United States and Taiwan, which is unofficial allies that have been increasing. And we're seeing what's taking place in other disputed territorial waters between China versus the Philippines, as you've been having these trilateral meetings with Germany, Australia, and Japan, and these other nations as well too, going against China. So China versus Philippines, that's only going to continue to increase. And we're seeing with the Russia-Ukraine situation, that's intensifying. We're seeing Russia versus NATO, that's intensifying. So these are examples of nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And we're seeing what's taking place over there in Western Asia. We're seeing what's taking place over there in Syria, the proxy wars, nuclear escalation, intentions and seditions among the nations over there in that area. The Russian armies, the Syrian armies, the pro-Iranian groups, and the Dragons of Arabia all teaming up together, going against those proxy groups, going against those Israel Defense Force. Because you're still going to have more military Israel Defense Force building up their military presence, doing more military exercise drills as they continue to use a multi-front war against those pro-Iranian groups. And the Russian armies, the Syrian armies, they all going to team up together as the Israel Defense Force continually increasingly ready, prepared more and more for a multi-front war, which is over there at the borders of Syria, Lebanon, Israel, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, Palestinian territory. So throughout that whole area, even though it's been on and on back and forth increasing. So you're going to see heavy escalations between all those pro-Iranian groups and those proxy groups going against the Israel Defense Force. So there's the increasing escalations over there in that area. That's going to lead up to the Third World War. So we definitely going to be seeing modern day nation rise up against a modern day nation, kingdom against kingdom in modern day times. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so that's what we're seeing, modern day famines in our world today. It says pestilence, right? Modern day pestilence. We're going to be seeing these Christians as well too. It's like this cholera outbreak this mystery outbreak, mpox outbreak, Ebola outbreak, and this measles outbreak that we've been seeing cases increasing here in the United States. And we've been seeing that C-19 been increasing over in India, and more cases of that C-19 been increasing in the United States. I believe it's a variant, a different type of variant. I forgot the name of it. And, these are modern day famines and pestilence and plagues that we're going to be seeing in our times, just like Yahushua spoke about before he makes a return. And earthquakes in diverse places, right? So we're going to be seeing uptick of increasing of earthquakes in diverse places. Like I mentioned before, you've been having a lot of increasing earthquakes over in Idaho for the past day or two, as of yesterday. And then you had a large earthquake that fell over the islands of Turkey, the islands over there in Greece, and over there in Israel. It felt the shaking over there in the earthquake. So I believe that was a magnitude of 8. Because at first it was recorded a 5.8 earthquake. It went from a 5.8 to a 6.2 earthquake over there in that area. So we definitely going to see an uptick of earthquakes in diverse places, modern day pestilence, modern day famines, modern day nation, this nation, kingdom, this kingdom. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of Matthew's 24:7. That was the title of the sit down lesson. So hopefully this was edifying. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. It is only begotten Son, Bahashem, and name Hamashiach El Shai. Those are true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lash Wakadash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf. Until next time, I would say Shalom.